Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Essentially this is just part 2 to the Friendly Swede Paracord Survival Bracelet. Not going to remember the exact name of it right now, as you know it's been a while since I've had it, but essentially what I'm going to do in this video is take it apart, show you what you can do with it, stuff like that. So I'll be right back after I have this taken apart. Well, first let me show you how to take it apart. It's pretty self-explanatory, especially for those of you who have had like a paracord bracelet before. But essentially all you want to do is find where it's melted right here like that and just push it through, and then you unravel the entire thing. So I'll meet you guys back when I have that finished. Alright, well before I get everything off, of course, you know, here's your little knife. But something that's pretty cool is it does come wrapped up. So, you know, it helps with, you know, keeping it waterproof and whatnot. I mean, it still says not to go through water, but, you know, you don't want to get everything wet. But, you know, that's just an extra, you know, bit of protection to help, you know, prevent that if it does happen, per se. Because, you know, the main part of this is, you know, if you're stuck in the woods or whatever, survival bracelet, or I guess if you just, if you're one of those people that, you know, you like just trying new stuff out. I mean, it's pretty cool. And right now, there is a good length of paracord that comes along with it. But, you know, I'll get this stuff, you know, out, laid up, sorted out, and I'll meet you guys there. Alright guys, just in advance, this part right here, if you can't tell, I mean, there's a piece over there. But what it's supposed to do is keep a hold of, you know, part of your fire starter. But I just went ahead and snipped it off just for the purpose of making the filming of this video a lot easier, you know, cause I mean, it's gonna be hard to strike it with the rope in the way. I mean, you still can do it, just you know, I'm not gonna hassle around with it too much. But as you can tell, there is quite a bit of paracord you get along with it, and yeah, for sure this time I will get this stuff laid out and meet you guys there. Alright, well, I'm back, and sorry if there's a lot of noise in the background, neighbors mowing and trains coming by. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you the bag. Well, you know, just the plastic that it's wrapped in. If you do a better job than me, you could probably use this for something else. But as you can tell, I sort of had difficulties getting that out. Next thing I want to move on to is you have 2 safety pins. There are multiple uses you could use these for. I'm not necessarily... Sorry about that interruption. Yeah, there are multiple uses for the safety pins, so find something that you can use them for. Next on... let's go to the fishing stuff. We'll get to this last. So, dragging this over here, as you can tell, you have your line. Looks like there's quite a bit in here. Not like, you know, a whole bunch. And then the 2 little weights you have here. I've heard people say, you know, they're not real weights. But, I mean, I can't necessarily tell what kind of material they're made out of. But they have a decent amount of weight to them. So, you know, they will work. Next up, you have your 2 leaders. So... of course, this is fishing centered, so that's why there's a lot of stuff on here. Well, in this bracelet, you know, this is mainly fishing. A fishing bracelet. It comes with a lot of stuff for that. So here you have your 2 floats, set those off to the side, and then you have your 2 different hooks. You have a large one and a small one. So you can put whatever, you can put that together. You can either hand line or, you know, tie it to a stick of some sorts. But moving on to the next bit, we have our tinder right here, and we have our striker. And I want to say that's magnesium, but I'm not for sure. But let's drag this over and get it set up and show you guys, and I'll show you guys that it does work. Alright, now to begin with, of course, you do have to, I don't know how well you can see this. Let me see if I can get focused. You do have to scrape the coating off of that before you can get it to work. With the tinder you have right here, you do have the fluff it, of course. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably know quite a bit about the outdoors. Personally, I've been doing a lot of stuff in the outdoors for, you know, most of my life. Fire starting isn't something I'm new to. I know quite a bit about it personally. When I go on camping trips, I'm always the one who's in charge of the fire. I might teach you guys a bit more about fire safety, but since I'm in Arkansas right now, and it just ran recently, well, I did have a fire in front of you not too long ago because of leaves and whatnot, but I'm not gonna build like a huge fire for this. I'm just here to show you guys that this does work if you do, like, you know, plan on buying something. Personally, it is a little hard to get this striker working. There's not a lot of, I don't know how you'd put it, there's not a lot of room to hold on to on the actual blade itself, and then, you know, I mean, it makes do. It's a bit harder to get a spark going because of that, but, you know, I'm just in a rush here because I have dinner ready. Didn't get all of the stuff off. It's a little, you know, making do is what I guess you could say. But first, let me go ahead and flip this a little bit just so I can show you guys that it does work. I was able to get some sparks off of it earlier, like, you know, a couple minutes ago. And I don't know how well it's going to work because this camera setup is a little funky too. So personally, I don't know how well it's going to go. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. I mean, I am on a huge, like, patch right here of nothing, so don't really have to worry about like any fire issues or whatnot, but you know, it's just more of a fact of if I can get this to go. I mean, it is enough personally. Like, I've been on camping trips where this is actually considered quite a bit to have, but again, I don't I really don't know how, like, how well it's gonna go because the camera setup is funky. I do just fine with this when I'm not having this camera on my way, but I don't know. I actually, you know what I should probably do? Let me scrape a little bit more of the coating off of this first, so that way it's easier to get a spark for you guys instead of you just watching like a couple of minutes of me, you know, going at it with the striker. But it's mainly just because of the setup. I mean, I do just fine over here. Like, I don't know if you can hear me striking it, but, you know, I'm getting sparks and whatnot behind the camera, but that's because, you know, I can do it on my own. But here, let me just get a little bit more of this coating off so it's easier for me to show you guys. Okay, let's see if this will work now. Again, like, it's just the setup, I'm telling you, man. So, see, we had a spark going, and let's see if we can get this to catch. Almost. Let me actually flip this a little bit right here. Alright, let's go. This must look ridiculous. And it kind of feels ridiculous too that I'm having, you know, troubles with this, because personally, I've always been good at starting fires. I think it's just how small the objects are in the camera setup that's causing the issue here, because that seems to be what it is. Because, like, when I'm not on the camera behind it and stuff, sparks come off just fine. But it's hard because, like, this tripod, I know it sounds like I'm making excuses here, but, like, I'm serious. You can tell how many times I've struck this already behind camera, and then I was doing a little on the back. But off camera, it's just fine because this camera, well, the tripod I'm using right now, it's like 4 or 5 inches off, so I'm having to, like, wrap my hand straight up behind it and stuff. It's just ridiculous, guys. I mean, the product's not that bad, but, like, film quality wise, I wouldn't use it on a film. I'm just telling you right now. Almost. There we go. Yeah, it takes a bit. And personally, yeah, there we go. It takes a bit to get it going. On camera, it's probably a bit harder simply because of the fact that you're having to wrap around your setup. But other than that, the striker works just fine when you're on your own and whatnot. But, see, and I would do this, you know, with a camera setup somewhere else. So, you know, it isn't so hard to get the striker to work. But, like, like I said, I have dinner ready. Cameraman's inside eating, stuff like that. So, but you did see that it works. Striker works, stuff like that. Let me go ahead and get this up. I'll probably show you guys a different time though that it does work better. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things where camera-wise, it's probably not the best simply because of the setup. But yeah, overall, I think this is great. I'll show you guys the fishing setup another time. I'm not at the lake right now. But, I'll bring with me next time I go to the lake fishing, probably next weekend, if not earlier. And if I don't go next weekend, I'll go the one after that. But that pretty much calls for the end of this. Personally, I didn't want to keep that going too long. I'm really in a rush. I'm just trying to get in, eat dinner. But since one of my videos reached 1K today, I wanted to get another one out for you guys. You know, I woke up at 12. I woke up at noon today. After I woke up at midnight last night, actually, and I was awake for a couple hours, but then I went back to sleep. Woke up at noon this morning, saw the video reach 1K, so I uploaded another video, and I wanted to get this one out too. But again, Striker's probably a little flimsy. I think that's the only bad part about this so far, because it's just, you don't have a lot to work with, I guess is what you can say. But I mean, it works fine on your own. It's just my camera setup is flimsy. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this this video. Gonna go and eat dinner, and I'll see you guys another time. So until then, peace.